Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dravinwho Games. Where today, Nintendo is great. I love my Switch and all, but they haven't released a big first-party game since like Smash Brothers. So, I don't know what to review. I guess I can see it kind of, what my friend's been playing. Let's see what kind of has some time on it. Oh, all right. So I guess we're doing a review of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and I guess I should give those two a call real quick. I don't have my Game Boy Advance cell phone with me today, so I have to break out the old one, man. This thing freaking, I don't even know it's so old, it barely even works anymore. But maybe we get it to turn on. Back on. Okay, let's dial them up. Hey, both of you, get on my YouTube channel right now. Alright, so welcome to the show, Gage and Ryan, also known as Broken Square and Hazy Hexium. They're my co-hosts, normally over on 8-Bit of Fun, but they're here today to do a triforce review, if you will, of Breath of the Wild. So hey, how you doing?
Never make that pun again.
Alright.
What's up?
So yeah, let's start this review. So, what is The Legend of Zelda? Well,
It's a game.
do we really have to do this? I mean,
One of the best
I'm
game
not,
franchises out there.
if you don't know what Zelda is, I don't know
You've been
what's
living
wrong with
under
you.
a rock.
We've already made that joke. So if you don't know, here it is. Fantasy world, elf boy, sword, bow and arrow, combat, magical triangle, puzzles. There.
Did you say shield?
Shield. So now, usually these games are a bit linear, but this time Link is in a huge open world it's a ruined Hyrule full of ancient technology and monsters. So yeah, it's a little bit different. So let's talk about story of Breath of the Wild. Link awakens. Get it? Because the new remake is called. Okay.
Link in the description for the link in the description for the Link's Awakening remake.
So yeah, Link awakens from stasis 100 years after Ganon killed a bunch of people in a ruined Hyrule, and Link has also lost all of his memories, or as it is said in the script, has lost all his memories. So now you must go on a journey across Hyrule, collecting memories, taking on shrine challenges, discovering regions, and recovering the legendary divine beast to take down, once and for all, Calamity Ganon. Characters, we have Rivali. What do you guys think of Rivali?
He's dumb. I don't like him.
I think he's kind of supposed. Yeah, he's supposed
Ravioli
to
is supposed to be a freaking jerk.
He's cocky. He's annoying.
be.
I don't like the way he says
than everyone
Calamity
else.
Ganon really ticked me off the way he said it, to be honest.
And
I
then
just don't like it.
what about Daruk or Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
He is my favorite character.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Do not call him that.
all right,
No.
man. All right.
No.
Never again.
I forgot that you hated Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, do not call him one of the best video game characters. No, Daruk had great development. He's such a good character. Like, he's strong, and he's not, like...
Dumb.
He's not, like, dumb about it, and he's not, like, cocky about it. He's proud of who he is, and he takes it seriously, and he's very protective, and he's even... Like, you even see his weakness as being a dog in the DLC. So, like, it's really cool to see this good character...
A development.
And you clearly can see that, hey, he's not all powerful.
Yeah. And then we have Urbosa.
She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. I liked the DLC with her because it really showed more of a side of her that we didn't really see, and how she actually knew Zelda's mom. And we've never seen Zelda's mom.
I haven't
ever
played the DLC, so I still haven't seen Zelda's mom.
No,
Well, you don't see her.
Oh.
No, she calls Zelda Little Bird, I believe, and that's a reference to, I guess, that's what her mom used to call her.
Before she passed away.
I don't know what happened to her.
And then finally we have Mipha Fish Lady.
I mean, she's pretty cool. her backstory is kind of weird. How she knew Link since he was 2, and she fell in love with him when he got older.
It's a little bit strange.
And I'm like, that's a Star Wars right there.
Yeah, like she's nearing her hundreds then, or yeah.
I don't know.
That's weird.
And in the DLC, you see Link grown up. Or no, you don't see Link grown up. You see Zelda the exact same age as, I think, yeah, that's what I never understood. Why is she the same age in every single thing?
No.
Oh,
Wind Waker.
Gage, I'm talking about...
We're talking about Breath of the Wild, Gage.
Well, yeah, but whatever.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of goes into Zelda's character. I mean, we finally actually get to see Zelda as like a character, so that was pretty cool. I don't know what. So overall, what did you guys think of the story of the game? Like just the story, nothing else.
I'll let Gage go first since he likes it.
I think it's overall really good, but the end isn't like super satisfying for putting.
It really isn't.
Put, like hundreds of hours into it. It isn't
300 hours, like Gage.
It isn't super satisfying. Like, I feel like more endings would be better.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I beat the game, and there was the cutscene, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I can't wait to repair Hyrule, and then it just puts you back right before the Ganon fight, and you're like, what?
And that fight, it can honestly be extremely easy.
Oh, yeah, it's really
yeah,
good.
When you get the Divine Beast, it's like nothing. It's way too simple.
Yeah. So, Ryan, what did you think of the story? Was it good? Was it bad? What do you think?
It was good. I really did like it. I just wish, like, the story was good, and the fact that they brought in a whole new set of characters, and I thought that was kind of, like, good for the series, and that we hear them, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is a bit.
I liked it.
It was really good. I liked how they did it. They had good characters. It was just, I liked the story. I was kind of upset about the ending, but I did like the true ending. How she flat out says, like, they have to go back to Zora's domain, and they're going to rebuild Hyrule, which really just threw out there, hey, there's going to be another...
Yeah, there's going to be a sequel.
Which they've already... Zelda.
No.
Zelda Quest Builders.
No.
Yes.
And they've already said that they're...
We already talked about what we would like to see in a Breath of the Wild sequel on the podcast, so link in the description below. I guess we'll move on. Gameplay. Link, as usual, fights with swords, bows, and arrows, and shields. And now, for the first time in the series, weapons can degrade. But along with these, he now has runes. They include remote bombs, stasis, magnet, freezy thing, camera, motorbike. Yeah, it gets a bit odd. And overall, I feel that combat works freaking amazing. So, what about you guys?
Oh, wait, you forgot one. You forgot the Zero Cycle.
I said motorbike. It's close enough.
motor
Close
bike.
enough.
Sorry, I was looking at the freaking Toy-Con motorbike over here.
Yeah, he stuttered. He said motorbike.
Motorbike. So what? So what do you guys think about the combat? I really like it. So.
I think it's cool because like it definitely stands out from their other games.
Yeah.
And like I kind of like that you can throw some stuff, or like some weapons have like certain like abilities when you do it. Like if you have the wind katana thing, if you go to throw that, it like actually will fly.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Or certain arms, some arms will like fly back like a boomerang. I just think that's kind of cool because it did mix some of his ability, like the boomerang. That's been in like every Zelda game, and now they have that with actual boomerangs.
Yeah.
The giant boomerang.
So, and what are your thoughts on like weapon you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's kind of cool depending on what it is. I mean, they have to make it a specific way so that way you don't have all these weapons that never break. Yeah. But I feel that the Master Sword should not run out of energy.
Yeah, I think it's really
so dumb. It breaks so easy, and I don't have the willingness. I had to stutter with that word. Willingness to sit down and play 60 different rooms to upgrade the sword when I know it's still gonna break.
Yeah. So Gage, what do you think of the combat?
Okay. The sword fighting, I feel like it gets repetitive after a while
Mm-hmm.
because you're literally just doing the same thing, dodging, um, the the flutter thing, whatever it is, the flurry shuffle. I'm not sure, whatever it's called.
Every day I'm shuffling.
No, I don't remember what it's called.
Sounds like a really good dance.
But I love the bow, like the bow mechanics.
Yeah.
The light. If you get the amiibo bow, I don't even know what it's called. Ryan,
Amiibo.
amiibo
The
bow.
Twilight bow.
Yes, the Twilight bow.
Yeah.
Overpowered,
Oh yeah.
and I love it. It's so much fun. It literally the arrows shoot forever.
Yeah, it's
Fun
really
fact, that's been on my wall and I get to touch it.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, I borrowed his amiibo. I just put it on my wall.
Yeah, it took me forever to get it.
Yeah. I found
Um,
out I had to get a Divine
yeah.
Beast.
It does kind of suck that I don't have that on this new playthrough because I mean I have it because I scanned your amiibos on my old profile but not the new one. So.
And the boss fights I love. They're all super unique. Like,
yeah.
and they all have multiple phases,
Well,
of
we'll
course.
get into that in a little
Oh,
bit.
wow.
Oh,
Okay, I see how it
wow.
is.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
wait, are you talking about boss battles or divine beasts?
Divine Beast boss
Okay,
battles.
we'll get into that right now.
Yeah.
So this game also contains shrines and the divine beast, the sort of dungeon boss fight replacements. How do you guys feel about them as dungeon replacers?
I don't like that they replaced them because I'm used to your typical Zelda game, so I was kind of upset that they didn't have temples anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's actually still pretty cool because even though they've gotten rid of the key feature in their franchise, they
Mhm.
have a somewhat replacement. It's not as good and it's not as big,
Yeah.
but they still found a way to make it still like really good.
Yeah. Yeah, my complaint primarily is just that all the shrines look and feel almost identical, but the puzzles themselves are pretty good.
Except the motion controls.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, dude! Don't even mention that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my only complaint with it is that they just all look exactly the same.
Racist.
So Gage, what do you think of the shrines and divine beasts?
I actually really like the shrines since they're just like a small puzzle instead
Yeah.
of being a giant puzzle, and the divine beasts are the big puzzles basically.
Yeah.
And some of the shrines, there's puzzles to get into them, like, and that I really like.
I think it was actually kind of genius how they did shrines because you have to remember that although this came out on the Wii U, Breath of the Wild is kind of centered around the Switch, even though it was made for the Wii U. So I think that the shrines are perfect for that pick up and play sort of style that the Switch allows for. So instead of having to go through like a 20-minute dungeon, you're going through short little bite-sized things. So you can go into a dungeon on your way to like school on the bus or whatever, and then you can save your game right after you get out of there. And yeah, that's what I do. And yeah. So I mean, I think it's kind of genius in its design, even though it wasn't intended originally for the Switch. But who owns a Wii U? So Gage does.
I do.
But you didn't buy. But you still bought a Switch to play Zelda. So I mean.
Yes. We don't talk about it.
I know a ton of people that bought, including myself, that bought a Switch to play Zelda, even though they could have bought a cheaper Wii U because the Switch is just so much better. So.
I bought a Switch just specifically to play Smash Bros.
Dang, you must have had. Oh wait, when did you get your Switch?
This Christmas.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Also, so travel is also a pretty big freaking deal in this game. You have your paraglider, horses, fast travel, and the motorcycle thingy. So now,
Master Cycle Zero.
Yeah, that. Another big deal in this game is climbing. The fact that you can climb almost everything in the game. feels
Except
absolutely
when it
fantastic. Also, gliding down things feels pretty cool. So all, at least in my opinion, all forms of travel feel like really well done and very well crafted, and they add a lot to the game. So how do you guys feel about travel in Breath of the Wild?
I mean, it's kind of cool because there is many ways. I personally never. I think I rode a horse once, and it was to get Epona into the
Yeah.
stable,
Yeah.
and then I did it in the boss fight. Those were the only 2 times I rode on a horse.
Yeah, I hardly ever used a horse. I like that it's there because I do know some people that really like the horses and they'll ride all over Hyrule with them. But I much prefer climbing stuff and then gliding off of it and stuff. I think that feels really good. But I never really found myself riding horses very much. But
The only times I actually rode a horse was for the royal horse, Epona, and the giant horse.
Yeah.
Only times. And of course, I killed the giant horse on accident by walking off a cliff.
oh my gosh, dude.
You can do that.
Yeah, but it respawned the next blood moon. The paraglider, that was amazing. If that wasn't in the game, it would be
Oh,
so
yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Dude, I use that thing to literally every.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
everyone does.
And I love Rivali's Gale.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
So much.
Yeah, that's the thing I forgot to talk about in comment was that when you actually defeat the Divine Beast, they give you, not only do you have to fight a specific boss fight with them, but afterwards you get Rivali's Gale, Urbosa's Fury, Daruk's Protection, and Mipha's Grace, I think it is.
Yeah.
And Mipha's Grace gives you, more health, and well, basically a second life.
It
Yeah,
revives
it's
you.
like the
Yeah.
fairies from like if you remember back in Ocarina of Time and stuff, when you
And-
died, the fairies revived you. It's like that. It does what they used to do,
Well,
and
they
it gives you
still,
more
I
hearts.
think fairies still actually are in Breath of the Wild, and they do the
They
same
are,
thing.
and they do
They
heal
are.
you, but
But
or
not
they
when
do
you die.
they do revive you, but you only get 5 hearts.
Yeah, and isn't that also the thing with Mipha's Grace is that it gives you extra hearts too on top
Yeah.
of everything. And then Rivali's Gale is genius because that means you can basically paraglide literally anywhere.
And you don't have to climb everything.
Yeah.
You can just get up someone really quick.
It's really nice. And then Urbosa's Fury just kind of summons lightning everywhere, which is good for clearing out enemies. And also, Daruk's Protection is good in case of like fighting guardians and stuff. So,
I love Daruk's Protection.
yeah, it's really saved my butt quite a few times. So I think that's almost about it. But so there was also DLC. I didn't play much of it. I got like the Switch T-shirt, which is kind of dumb. I played some of the Trial of the Sword stuff. It was a little too hard for me personally, but that's okay. And I did like one mission of the Champions Ballad, which is the one that adds the zero cycle or whatever. But since you guys have played it a lot more than I have, would you guys like to go more in depth on the DLC?
I don't want to talk about the bike.
Okay, I'll talk
I'm
about it.
mad.
I like how you refight the Ganon. What even are they called? The Ganon minions or whatever.
The Calamity Ganons, I guess. I don't know.
No, not Calamity Gans. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How you
No, I don't.
refight them, but you have only the resources that the actual fighters, the champions, had
Oh,
back
wow, that's
then.
really cool,
Like when
yeah.
they died.
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Because I had the most
Oh,
problems
you're
with
talking
Mipha.
about the blight.
Yeah,
They have
that's the
Fire
name of
Blight.
Blight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like actual names for them.
Yeah, like Water Blight.
Yeah, the blights. Lightning, yeah. And I love that. But Mipha's, that's the hardest since you only have 10 arrows.
It's not
And-
hard.
Okay, maybe
Dang.
for you. But I spammed that Ganon with arrows, with bomb arrows. It's like, what else do I do? But then it only gave me 10 arrows, and it's like, what do I do now? I'm
It's
screwed.
so easy. All you do is you do the ice. You go up to him, wait for him
We
to
don't-
throw stuff.
This isn't.
and you just
We're not.
go-
We don't have to explain how
Yeah,
to
we didn't-
defeat them.
We're just
Wow.
going
Oh, well.
basic.
But
stuff
that's
about
really
the DLC.
creative. Okay, so you start out with one thing that turns into 4 shrines, and those 4 shrines turn into 4 locations on the map. Those 4 shrines, each one turn into 3 shrines, and all of those lead up to.
And that's why I
one
never
thing.
beat the DLC because I got really.
And
confused.
that's why I had to speed through it in 8 hours.
But yeah, it adds a lot of content.
Yeah. So.
in the final battle. Oh, and it basically adds like a new divine beast.
Yeah,
Oh.
I like the new boss fight. Spoiler alert, it's one of the
No.
shrine dudes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Monks.
Yeah, one of
It's
the monks.
actually really cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Don't spoil it too much, because I would like to eventually get around to it, and I'm sure the lovely
Definitely
viewers
do.
would also like to do that. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up because it's already gonna be a long video as
Wait,
is.
Trial of the Sword.
Oh yeah, do you have anything to say about that?
Ryan.
That was a voice crack. I gave up on it because
Same.
it's kind of hard and it
It's
Yeah.
takes a
challenging.
lot of time.
Yep.
And I believe it has 60 rooms.
It really sucks.
Okay, the first one has like 12 rooms, which I did that on like the, I don't know, 12th try. They are really challenging.
Yeah.
And the second challenge, the middle challenge, whatever it's called
Mhm.
in there, I did that on like the third try, surprisingly. But I'm stuck on the third one now, the
Yeah.
final.
I got to
But
like
they're
that middle
really
room where you're
challenging.
allowed to heal up and get food, and I made it to a couple of rooms after that, and I gave up.
I couldn't get past room 7.
I can't
Hmm.
remember what I was on. But
I
yeah,
only know that because Gage told me.
Okay.
so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So in the end, on a scale of 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, how would you rate Breath of the Wild and why? We'll start with Ryan. Keep it nice and short and sweet and to the point.
I would give it a 9 out of 10. Only because there are some faults, such as the difficulty with the Trials of the Swords, the annoyingness on trying to get the bike, and just all in all, there's some stuff in the game that is kind of difficult and tedious, such as having to go through a mission to get a shrine,
Mm-hmm.
or to go through a divine beast a certain way. But all in all, it is a great game. If you have a Switch, definitely get it.
Yeah,
It's definitely one of those games you just have to have.
it really is. Gage, what would you rate it? Mr.
I give
300
it
hours.
I give it an 8.7.
Can't do that. It's
Dang.
gotta be a solid number.
No, I'm settling on it. Like, it. People say it's a perfect game, but it's not. But it's like really close, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
I love how you could go right to Ganon if you really want to.
and people
Like,
have.
Yeah, plenty of people have, and actually defeated him. Like, that's really fun. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to do anything in order. You don't have to follow the story. You can just go around killing guardians.
Yeah.
Not even have to learn
That
about.
was one of my favorite things to do. Was that one time I just went on a huge guardian hunt, and it was a lot of fun.
I do that all the time.
Um,
Like, yeah, there's things that, like, small things that it could improve on.
yeah,
Like, I don't, like the map. Something about the map, how you get all the map. I feel like most open worlds do tower things where you
Yeah.
have to climb a tower, then you get part of the map. Like, that's really basic, but like, how else could they do that?
yeah.
And I think that's about it. Just a few other nitpicks.
All
From me.
right. So with that, thank you guys for being on the show, and let's go ahead and switch it on over to the finale. That was bad. I'm sorry. Alright, so yeah, Breath of the Wild is an amazing game, as I'm sure that you guys have all heard. If you own a Nintendo Switch, you probably own Breath of the Wild, and the statistics show that. It's a fantastic game. For many of us, it was the reason we bought Switches. I know that was the case for at least me. Yeah, I mean, it was a system seller. And, yeah, it's a really good game. Everything about this game screams quality. And even if you haven't enjoyed previous Zelda entries, you may still like this one, because it varies itself and, makes itself stand out from the rest of the Zelda games, and in a very unique way. And I absolutely love it for that. It took a risk and very much succeeded. So yeah, I absolutely love this game. There's no reason that if you have a Switch, you should not own this game. And, I mean, you could probably, I know you can pick up the new Explorers edition for like $60 now. That comes with like a map and a book and all this cool stuff that I wish the original game would come with. But you can probably get the game pre-owned now for about $40. I'm not really sure on that, so don't count on that. But yeah, I mean, it's an amazing game. It still holds up around 2 years after it came out, which, wow, that makes me, I mean, it doesn't seem like this thing is that old, but we're nearing its second anniversary. But Breath of the Wild, yeah, it's fantastic, and I don't think I need to say anything more about it. So yeah, go check it out. So yeah, I think that is about it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to Dravinwho Games for more awesome content. Go check out our Discord, a link in the description. There'll be one there. I can't speak today. But yeah. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.